Lisa Rinna is coming in hot with new details from her forthcoming book, and you better believe we're talking about it. She's claiming that she was pushed into the villain role on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills by Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump during the whole Yolanda Hadid situation. This is massive. Let me give you context. Rinna claims that Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump were the ones who told her about Munchausen's disease. This was during the time when Yolanda and David Foster had just separated. Yolanda was living in a condo, suffering with Lyme disease, had no energy, and was going through an incredibly difficult time. Lisa Rinna claims that when she brought up Munchausen's, which created absolute chaos on the show, it was actually Kyle and LVP who fed her that information to bring onto the show. And here's the thing, she's not the first person to claim this. Brandi Glanville also claimed that Lisa Vanderpump wanted her to bring in a tabloid in one of the earlier seasons that said Mauricio was cheating. So this has happened before. This is a pattern. Awkward, right? Lisa Rinna goes even further and describes Lisa Vanderpump as a manipulator and a chess player who uses people strategically, making phone calls to guide storylines. We've heard these accusations before, but hearing them directly from Rinna with specific examples hits differently. Rinna admitted that when she first joined the show in season 5, she looked up to Vanderpump. She fell in love with her plans and thought, okay, this woman knows how to do TV. So she fell in line. She thought Lisa Vanderpump actually cared about her. Rinna said that LVP called her every morning early on, which she only later realized was part of her strategy. Can you imagine? Those morning phone calls weren't friendship. They were gameplay. According to Rinna, this dynamic helped trigger the Yolanda Hadid-Munchausen storyline, where they questioned Yolanda's Lyme disease, which became incredibly controversial. Rinna now recognizes that Yolanda did have Lyme disease, and she says her heart aches for ever even questioning it. That's a pretty significant admission of regret. And if you remember, this is important, Lisa Rinna was trying to get her daughters Delilah and Amelia into modeling at the time. Erika Jayne literally told her, "You messed up, girl. Yolanda could have been a huge asset for you." Rinna knew she messed up. She knew burning that bridge was a mistake. Now, her daughters are doing incredibly well, especially Amelia. But at the time, Erika let her know she screwed up big time. Back to the LVP of it all. Rinna claims that once she recognized the power dynamic and what Lisa Vanderpump was doing, LVP lost control over her. Lisa Rinna actually praised Vanderpump's game-playing skills, calling her the Bobby Fischer of Housewives. That's chess grandmaster level manipulation, and that's not a compliment you give lightly. Now, when it comes to her regrets and relationships with other castmates, Lisa Rinna says she does not regret the drama she was involved in, including fights with Sutton Strachey and Kathy Hilton, even though the show was filming shortly after her mom's death. She expressed that she did the best she could given the circumstances, and she's not going to apologize for her actions. That's very on brand for Rinna, taking accountability while also standing firm. Interestingly, Lisa Rinna revealed that she's had dinner off camera with Kyle Richards, Garcelle Beauvais, and Erika Jayne in Beverly Hills. She noted it wasn't for publicity or a storyline. They acted like normal girlfriends at dinner, which surprised some fans and onlookers. So despite all the drama, there are still real relationships there. Rinna explained that quitting the Beverly Hills franchise was a gigantic leap of faith. She said people underestimated her and expected her to fade away, but she came out of it even stronger. She emphasized, "I was Lisa Rinna before Housewives, and I'm Lisa Rinna after." Now, let's be real for a second. You were Lisa Rinna before Housewives doing Depends commercials, girl. You were struggling. You admitted you were struggling. Housewives definitely put Lisa Rinna back on the map in a whole new way. It opened her world 1,000,000%. I don't think she would ever deny that, but her stance is basically, I'm not going to deny it helped me, but I'm never going back to it. And honestly, I respect that energy. What makes this whole LVP situation so interesting is that it confirms what a lot of fans suspected for years. Lisa Vanderpump was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. She was strategic, calculated, and knew exactly how to position people to do her dirty work while keeping her hands clean. That's why she's so good at reality TV. The Munchausen storyline destroyed relationships and caused real damage. For Rinna to come out now and say, I was manipulated into that position by Kyle and LVP, that's huge. It recontextualizes that entire season. It makes you look at those scenes differently, knowing that behind the scenes, there were phone calls and strategic planning happening. Kyle Richards being implicated in this is also significant because Kyle has always positioned herself as the moral center of Beverly Hills. She's the one who calls out bad behavior and holds people accountable. But if she was feeding Rinna information to attack Yolanda, that completely changes how we view her role in that drama. Lisa Vanderpump left Beverly Hills years ago, but her legacy and influence are still being discussed and dissected. That's the mark of a true reality TV icon. Even in her absence, she dominates the conversation. Whether you love her or hate her, you can't deny that LVP knew how to work the system. The question now is, how will Kyle and Lisa Vanderpump respond to these allegations in Rinna's book? Will they deny it? Will they stay silent? Will LVP come back with her own version of events? Because Lisa Vanderpump is not going to let these accusations sit without some kind of response. This also makes me wonder what other secrets Lisa Rinna is going to spill in this book. If she's willing to expose the LVP and Kyle manipulation, what else is she going to reveal? Who else is she going to call out? This could be explosive. The Bravo fandom is going to be divided on this. Some people will believe Rinna completely and say, see, we knew LVP was manipulative. Others will say Rinna is trying to rewrite history and absolve herself of responsibility for her own actions. Both perspectives are valid. What's your take? Do you believe Lisa Rinna's version of events? Do you think LVP and Kyle set her up to be the villain? Or do you think Rinna is trying to shift blame for her own choices? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you're not subscribed, hit that button and don't forget the notification bell. We've got more Bravo drama coming your way.